on Pop with Potter, Robert Plant. His career spans 21 years and ranges from his early obsession with Chicago blues, through his time with 70s supergroup Led Zeppelin, to his current more reflective solo material. It's been a period of some personal tragedy too, but he's managed to put that behind him to emerge as an enduring force in contemporary music. So it's good to welcome Robert Plant. Welcome along.
Thanks a lot.
Nice to see you. Now, you've always made music on your own terms, it seems to me, whether it be solo material or with Led Zeppelin. How difficult has that been?
Well, it's a matter of conscience, I suppose. I started off doing it for the right reasons, and I don't see any reason why I should change just to keep in with whatever's going along right now.
But commercial pressures do dictate that you perhaps conform to formulas, to the mainstream and so on.
Yeah, well, more and more they are doing. You can see around you people who are disposed of quite quickly. You were just saying, will the appeal last? I think you've got to try and combine the two. Obviously, I make singles now. Led Zeppelin never made a single on purpose. An album was always considered to be the statement of the work that you do. And now I make... This current album is a pretty dynamic album, and I think there are about 10 singles on it. So maybe I'm just lucky, or maybe I'm wrong.
We'll cover that in just a moment. But back to your days with Led Zeppelin, how difficult was it for you to get your voice heard above the wailing guitars and the loud drum sounds and so on? Because they were a very loud rock group, weren't they?
Oh, yeah. Well, the equipment in those days was pretty bad. I mean, compared to the modern technological improvements that have taken place. So we were working with things, no amplifiers about 3 feet tall. And it was very hard because PA systems weren't the refined thing that they are now. But I got by. I just hollered a bit louder, you know.
And we've got an example of you hollering, I should say, right now, because Led Zeppelin, a clip of them in their heyday, and it's back, I think, to 1975 and Black Dog. How do you feel looking back at those days now?
I wonder how much I paid the barber for that haircut. I don't know, it's cute, you know, but, well, everything must pass, I think. All things go by. And I don't miss it that much.
Now, Led Zeppelin broke up, sadly, with the death of your drummer and best friend, John Bonham. How difficult was it for you to re-establish yourself as an artist after a shock like that?
Well, obviously the biggest shock was losing John, and after that I just had to decide what I wanted to do. The offers were, and still are, remarkable for the reformation of Led Zeppelin. I mean, Pink Floyd currently are touring, and they're in Australia right now, and they're playing to thousands of people. Yes, are in America playing, and the whole thing about this monolithic return to power and glory is almost an easy way out, and I prefer the way I'm doing it. I've got a great young band. I'm touring right now, and it's really quite exciting. You know?
Strangely enough, though, doing Led Zeppelin songs with your new group when we thought you'd put the group behind you.
Well, I have put the group behind me, but I remembered that I denied it for so long. Never again, never, never. And then I realized that I'd written half of the material. And this band is so kind of post-punk exciting that I thought it was quite the time to do it. It's time to eat my words. Tastes pretty good.
Now, Jasper Carrott raised a great point on his show the other day, and he said, look at Roger Daltrey, lead singer with The Who. 1 minute he's singing about my generation, and the next he's endorsing credit cards on television. There's a contradiction there, and it's very difficult for people of your generation, perhaps, who've aged over the past 10 years, to hold on to those original ideals, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Well, I don't think it's hard. I think you just got to take... Obviously, people offer you different things. I mean, people are sponsored by beer companies, cigarette companies, you know, for tours. It pays for the trucking. But you have to be a bit discreet about it, and I think if you've got a Gold American Express card, keep it in your sock.
So you keep things very much to yourself?
Yeah.
OK. Good luck with the new material. I'm sure the new album's going to go well. That's called Now and Zen, and that's coming out very shortly, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Great. OK, we're going to play out now with your latest single, which I think will surprise a few people. This one's called Heaven Knows, as I say, Robert Plant in solo mode.
Robert Plant there, and Heaven Knows. Now, a year ago, Lucy Gannon was working in a hostel.